Nenaa, and today we'll be watching times in my life I could have died. Not me, but ice cream sandwich.
I do not like to die. Not a fan. In fact, I
love
love not dying. As you may be able to tell from my beautiful, youthful, lifelike state.
So beautiful, beautiful.
But that isn't to say that I haven't had my moments of close calls.
Okay.
Nuh-uh.
Not gonna lie, I actually don't recall having any close calls of death. And if I did, it probably just went to the void in my head and I locked it away, never to remember again. Which might be unhealthy.
When I was in college, I was trying to plug something into the outlet under my table. I didn't want to fully get out of my chair and get on my hands and knees just to plug something in. So I just tried to reach the outlet and plug it in without looking. I know.
I do that a lot, not gonna lie.
But I kept missing.
Especially when it's like in the middle of the night, you're trying to plug in your phone charger. You put your hands there, and it should be there, but then as soon as you put the charger there, it's not trying to get in there. So I 100% do this. It's not safe, but I do this.
Plug that I wasn't looking at. So I used my finger to try to find the outlet and then
what I
guide
was talking
the
about,
plug
guys.
towards the outlet. And I was just thinking that I would take my finger away before I got too close, but...
Oh my gosh!
I shocked myself with an actual
outlet.
In real life, this is something I did. And I lived, and I'm thankful for that, but I am self-aware enough to say
why you don't do that,
is not my brightest moment. That could have been it for me. I never imagined myself going out that way, I'm gonna be honest.
Right there, gone because I was too lazy to go under the table.
And probably impressive somehow. Like sacrificing myself to save Earth from an asteroid. This is for you, Earth.
No, we just going out the other way.
Yeah, he blew up the wrong one. But it turns out I'm highly likely to die in a fork in outlet related death, which is kind of disappointing.
With an outlet.
But also pretty in character of me.
An outlet?
Not
you died from touching an outlet?
It's like, how did you do that?
Yes.
All right, come on.
I guess I'm not really upset that this is the way that I am. I'm just thankful I've walked away from most things unscathed.
Yeah.
Or at least moderately scathed.
Yeah, there's
sometimes
few
things are
uses
just
here
an
and there,
accident.
it's fine.
Like this one time involving a microwave.
Oh gosh, what did you do with the microwave? Laser that makes you talk about NordVPN and its various features. No, not NordVPN! Just kidding. Today, sponsored by... No, we're not.
The microwave event.
Yeah,
it was
the
just some
microwave
random night that I was at home and I wanted some candy. But my parents are crazy and like to freeze their candy. Like if you wanted a Three Musketeers, it would be in the freezer.
Oh,
you know the delicious candy bar known for its fluffy and chocolatey center? Well, yeah, they like that solid.
I've never heard of that. Like
can't
just
stand
freezing your like.
So I wanted.
Let me know in the comments. Do you guys freeze your candy? I've never actually heard of that. Maybe I'm lacking somewhere. Maybe there's something I'm missing with freezing my candy. So let me know if that's actually a thing.
And thankfully, we have technology at our disposal. I
Technology!
intelligently thought to myself, microwave make candy warm. Candy go in microwave. This was at the time when I was a lot shorter, so I got a stool to access the microwave easier. I put the candy in the microwave and press start. But the candy was still in the wrapper. And the wrapper was some kind of foil or metallic. So plasma, of all things, started arcing in the microwave. Oh my god! I freak out and I lean on the shelving that the microwave was seated on as I use my other arm to turn it off. But the shelving wasn't bolted down or something, so the microwave tilts onto me, which I instinctively catch, and suddenly I am holding a bomb! Mother! Assistance! Thankfully, my dad runs over and pulls the plug and saves the day.
Oh my god.
The candy was ruined, though.
Thank goodness for Dad.
Obviously. So I just didn't have any candy that night.
No candy for you. You almost blew up that house! And your face.
Perchance, the biggest tragedy of that night. I am now aware, you don't have to say anything, I am now aware that candy in microwave wouldn't have given me the result I wanted anyway.
Oh,
but in the moment, it seemed right.
Also, putting any type of metal in the microwave is bad! Maybe that should have been the moral of the story right there. It's just terrible! It's a bomb waiting to happen.
Home Alone franchise, I am at least now aware of how to weaponize everyday household items in the event of a potential intruder.
That's crazy. Oh snap! Let's go ahead and put a candy in the microwave, throw it in the burglar!
Yeah, come here. Stand over there.
Yeah, come here.
No, wait, where are you
don't go
going?
away.
There was this one Valentine's Day I was setting up for a lovely and romantic dinner for Kelly and I. It was in my dorm room at the time, and I did the best that I could with what I had. Card table with tablecloth, nice plates, fancy glassware, candles. But what's a romantic dinner without flowers? It's a cliche, sure, but it's a staple, and staples are important. except for the store Staples, which I'm surprised is still in business. Either way, this was back during college, and it was a small college town that I was in, and there was only one floral shop that I was aware of. I've never seen a store like this. I thought it was so strange. I wasn't sure if it was actually in business. It was way too dark for the time of day it was. There were a lot of old-timey dolls placed around.
Why does this sound like the beginning of a horror story? That actually sounds like the beginning of a horror story. Why would you go? I never go in buildings where there's no other customers. Like, first of all, I'm very awkward and I don't like talk like you. As soon as I walk in, like, hi, how can I help you? No, I'm sorry. I'm not under that pressure. I just don't go into any stores that are empty like that. So why would you go into a darkened store with all these dolls looking at you? But let's go ahead and find out.
It definitely weren't making me very uncomfortable. And nobody was there, not even the employees. I didn't think I was in the right spot. So before I left, I rang the bell at the front, and I was going to ask the hopefully present employee if there was a shop nearby that sold flowers. Someone does come to the front, and I ask them, do you have any roses? Yeah, we have roses. Follow me. Fantastic. I wasn't wrong. This was a flower shop. I follow her behind the desk and into the greenhouse section of the building. The clear tarp that covers the structure had fallen inward and was touching a lot of the plants. I mean, if you could still grow plants when the tarp is half caved in, then why not?
Wow, what place did you go to?
She moves past the tarp and into the back. I kind of have to duck and push the tarp out of the way to follow her. We end up in the back of the building where the boiler room is.
This sounds so sus! Like all of my red flags are just dinging. But then again, maybe I'm just a super anxious girl that believes and that always thinks about the bad stuff. Maybe this is a happy story at the end. Let's see. Then again, the video is called Times in My Life I Could Have Done. Let's just watch.
Messy and full of random, unorganized tools. The strangest, however, was the 7 bulky, ominous men sitting on buckets in a circle staring at me. These guys did not seem to work at this establishment, and they did not seem friendly. And also, who hangs out in a dark, messy room like this? I was starting to get weird feelings at this point. The lady who was helping me said, stay there for a moment, and starts moving further back into the boiler room. The men are still staring at me. Whatever conversation they were having wasn't happening anymore, because of my presence, I assume. She comes back with this bucket with just a bunch of roses in it.
Oh, nice.
What's with this place in buckets? And then she tells me they are $30 each. $30?
For one, bro?
Okay,
that's the most crazy thing in this entire story.
I suddenly am very aware of the situation that I'm in. Why am I in the back of a flower shop, in a dark room? Why didn't they bring the flowers to me in the front? Why are all these men silently staring at me?
Oh, snap.
Why are the roses $30? I think this is a drug trade and I just interrupted their meeting. I am in the least safe place to be right now. And I can't just not buy a rose. They'll probably think I'm an undercover cop or something, just trying to get close to them and gain information. I am incredibly vulnerable. They could beat me up, take my money.
So how did you, what is the end to the scenario? Just leave?
Stuff. I don't know.
You buy them? What do you do?
Buy one so they don't get suspicious. Plus they're still staring at me.
I do not know what to do.
1 rose, please, I said unsuspiciously. I do the transaction and I get out of there, back outside where it's safe. Nice. Finally, I have my rose and all of the pieces for my romantic dinner. But now I also have a lesson learned. Never do business in an establishment where the lights are off, you think it's closed, and the roof is caved in. I wish I was more aware
all the red flags in the world, basically.
But that's just not who I am.
Love to see it. Bottom of the line, more of the story. If it doesn't seem right, don't do it. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe for a virtual cookie.